Hello, hello. Bl'Artagnan here with a glimmer in the dark. The Quistis Heretics event Lufenia Plus. We are once again being given a bullshit turn order from the start, but we're bringing a team of Quistis, Edward, and Beatrix. That blue Edward continuing to pay dividends. Stupid. I don't know. I'm having fun with it. Quistis, once again, is completely essential for the teams I'm bringing to this stage. I'm seeing people beat it without her, but it just sounds like such a pain to do that I'm not sure I'm going to bother. We got ourselves our friendly neighborhood bard, and Beatrix, who continues to perform outstandingly in Lufenia Plus. That defense ignore and her follow-up attack and counter really just... so good. We've gone ahead and dropped some powerful debuffs. I'm bringing the Yuffie debuff here, in addition to the requisite Jack and Kurasame, figuring it'll give us some defense down, which we want, but it'll also give us some speed down, which is handy, because we're probably going to give the bosses one turn. I think one turn sounds fair. Let's give them one turn, and then we'll go to get to business, you know? The reason we're bringing the one turn of damage, carefully using Saint's Cloth there so we don't push either below 80%, is to bust out our secret weapon. Off-turn damage. You fools, you've fallen right into my trap. Anyway, there we go. As you can see, their turns are now in the Shadow Realm as far as we're concerned. They've been pushed below 80, they've delayed themselves, they're far away. And since it was before 80%, they're not doing anything threatening, and the orb wasn't an issue, so I figure why not? One free counterattack. It's all good. From here on out, we're going to be trying to stop them from ever taking another turn, so it's time to finally bring this Kurasame LD debuff. I gotta say, the encouragement armor on all three of these is pretty great. We're going to be battering the high heaven, especially with that brave gain up from Quistis, who is going to be pretty much required to handle the orb for what we're doing. And yeah, honestly, Edward didn't need to come here. It could have been a number of other people. We want to go ahead and get a quick break before we launch that dude. But I like using Edward. He's fun. And I blued him, so I kind of have to. Anyway, gonna go ahead and use the LD here for a massive, massive launch. Check this shit. 700,000 damage. It's no Sid Reigns, but, I mean, few things are. Resetting the orb now. I think it's time to get ourselves another meaty launch. We're starting to see some fights where it's not quite as strictly, tight with the requirements as some of the first few Lufenia Plus fights we've had. I know there are going to be a few more BS fights. I think Divine Shiva and the Kate Sith Mission Dungeon spring to mind as fights where it's going to be pretty darn taxing, but I'm glad that we can play around here a bit, assuming you bring Quistis. If you don't bring Quistis, you're going to have to be pretty darn specific about what you bring. I was hoping that the Yuffie call there would push him below 50%, but it didn't quite work out that way. So you know what, we're just going to back-to-back the Generator Whip. Send A never gets to have a turn again. This is what A gets for staying over 50% health there. I've sent A to New Zealand, to Antarctica, to Abu Dhabi, A is never coming back. I've mailed him first class to the other side of the planet. B is just across state lines, apparently. Bringing in the Edward Lullaby there. Get some brave damage up. That's exciting. I mean, we're already hitting pretty darn hard with all the defense down and the general weakness damage. Just good stuff like that. The nice thing about the Edward LD is, on top of everything else, it'll also provide a handy little orb boost later on once it expires. Again, not super duper required with Quistis doing Quistis things here, but it's nice to see a character going to add to a team synergy a little bit. Also, that was like 500,000 damage off that Beatrix EX. God damn. Gotta say, those LD boards, my goodness, they helped. Anywho, there we go, a little orb boosting there. But I gotta say, I'm loving the Brave Game memes. Shoutouts to Alphino on YouTube. If you're watching this, there's a good chance you're already aware of Alphino. He doesn't really market himself, but he's one of the best DFFOO players in the game from what I could see, and he relies pretty heavily on those, well, no, I say relies, he utilizes Brave gains pretty heavily to great effect. Here we go, a perfectly timed launch pushing him below 30 so we could get that sweet, sweet Quistis delay. I'll link his channel in the description on the off chance you are not familiar with Alphino's work. He's a pretty splendid JP player. You can also catch him on occasion on the Ranting Hour. I believe he was on last night, if I remember right. I haven't actually had a chance to listen to it. I've been very behind on my podcast, but I think he showed up. It was a pretty entertaining evening from what I was hearing from my friends and associates. So once again, I've kind of mistimed things a little bit. And it looks like B's going to be going below 30%. I don't want to waste any of Ace's time out, so we are going to bring the burst effect even though it pushes him down. He's going to get 2 procs that recovery, so that's going to be kind of shitty, but we'll make do. I mean, Ace is going to do so much damage that it doesn't really matter that he gets an extra bit of recovery there. Alright, into the air. There we go. Break the HP shield. Edward had to be the one to tag out here, because Quistis is needed for the orb, and Beatrix has the most on-turn damage. That was my rationale. Sorry, Edward. It's okay. Dealing some splendid damage there. And just in time for Quistis to reset the orb again. I got a little bit tight. I had to adjust the volume there real quick. It was a little bit loud. On my end, not on yours. In-game volume. So we are getting pretty darn close. As you can see, Beatrix still just hitting tremendous numbers. I mean, burst effect in play, but you've been seeing what she's been doing this whole time. It's been high quality. No, it feels right when Beatrix is able to contribute good damage to the team, which is something she wasn't really able to do before her LD boards. The Self-Imperil and Brave damage up from her debuff has done wonders for her overall viability. Watch this. 300, almost 350,000 damage off that EX. You'll love to see it. Anywho, finishing with style with the Quistis EX, we have done it. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. There was not a single burst on this team aside from the friend. That's kind of cool. In any event, I will see you in the next video. Adios.